Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. With our hearts uncovered, where you detox from all of the lies you smother. When them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yeah, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the juice like taught you. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Hey. Yeah. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap that can lead you astray. Steering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
Peace. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the People's Podcast, where the ears that were listening, where your opinion matters, and so does your story. Tonight we're asking a great question that affects every one of us. As technology advances and our lives become more connected digitally. Let me add someone to the stage real quick. As our lives become more connected digitally, have we become less connected as people? We can send a message across the whole world in seconds, yet many people have never felt more alone. We have thousands of followers, countless notifications, and instant access to one another. Yet, Genuine conversation seems harder to find. Tonight, we're discussing the value of human connection. Golden Eagle, can you read the deeper meaning?
Absolutely. Deeper meaning. Let's have a good conversation. Human connection has always been one of our greatest needs. Long before smartphones, social media, and artificial intelligence, people gathered around dinner tables, front porches, campfires, and coffee shops. They shared stories, laughed together, cried together, and simply spent time being present. Connection isn't measured by how many people know your name. It's measured by how deeply we're known. Technology has given us incredible opportunities. Has also changed how we communicate. Sometimes convenience replaces conversation. Text replaces tone. A reaction replaces a discussion. We can spend hours online while never really feeling seen. The value of human connection is just emotional. It affects our mental, our physical well-being, our relationships, and our sense of belonging. Maybe the greatest gift we can offer one another isn't advice or answers. Maybe it's us have a good conversation.
Your signal wasn't as bad. You did go out in and out a little, but not as bad at all. I want to say peace, peace, solo boogie.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Right?
Those that don't know should know. Solo boogie is a dope, amazing individual that is growing and finding their own way within themselves beautifully.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The universe is paying attention to you. So tonight we were gonna have a guest come on, and I don't know, Solo Boogie, if you don't mind me saying, to those that don't know, Solo Boogie is visually impaired a little, so like
I'm visually impaired a lot.
a
But
lot. So, do you
yeah.
want to explain who you are before we get into this? Because I don't mind if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I go by I'm Solo Boogie, but everybody call me Solo. I am a musician slash content creator. Um, and I've been visually impaired for 8 years. I'm just trying to, make connections and get myself out there, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be on some like an entrepreneur for real, do a lot of different things, you know what I mean? And it's about uplifting my community, the visually impaired slash blind community, but also touching the sighted ones because we always get underestimated on what we can do or what we're capable of, you know what I'm saying? But it's just I'm just trying to touch the world in a different way, you know what I'm saying, and spread love because it's what it's about, love, you know what I mean? Everybody goes through different things and we all come from different backgrounds with trauma and pain, and the best way to heal the world is spreading love and showing each other support. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yes, sir. I'm doing that.
And not, I wasn't thinking of you when I created this. We created this last minute because our guest that we were supposed to interview was caught up at work and wasn't being able to get out in time.
Yeah.
So we created this last minute, and yet this fits you more than anything because how is human connection when it becomes a digital world to you?
Man, especially since I've been visually impaired, it's like 50-50. Like with technology, it helps me with so much, but with connecting with people, I feel like it's an excuse not to be around our loved ones or our friends. You know what I'm saying? Supporting each other. I feel like we all can do it from a distance, but it's just I don't know. It's really kind of hard to explain. You know what I mean? But with me being visually impaired, it definitely helps me out. Like I'm not gonna say like like the AI and all that is bad and everything, but it's uh it's just tricky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Far as staying
Yeah.
connected with people. You know what I mean? I don't really know how to explain it for real, but
No, I get it.
How old are you?
hmm,
How old are you?
28.
Okay. I just want to get an idea of how long of your life you've been dealing with that.
You went in and out.
Yeah, I've been blind for 8 years. I went blind at 20 years old. And so
Okay.
it's still kind of fresh, really. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I don't get out as much, so I can say the connections that I'm making, like through the internet, like far as music, it definitely helps. But getting out there, like independently on my own, sometimes I have to be guided. So that's why I said it's like it's kind of tricky when making those connections. Like with family is different because I know it's family, but like getting out there, trying to do things on my own is a little tough, because it's like, all right, if I walk up to some random people, I'm not looking them in their face or their eyes, not getting the eye contact. It's like, all right, they might brush me off, but versus me, if I'm promoting myself on Facebook or Instagram, it's much easier because now they got a chance to actually look at my videos like, oh, okay, this person's actually blind instead of me going down and have to explain that to every individual that I walk up to. Like, so I said it's kind of tricky with it for real. It's like 50-50 for me.
Right.
It's like pros and cons to it.
You know,
Keep in mind, the greater the challenge, the greater the achievements.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I'm going to give you a pro right now. You don't realize that Golden Eagle is going in and out so much that we can't hear him, but you can hear what he's saying because you have that little thing that's talking to you because you can't see things, so it's repeating to you what he's saying.
It ain't even really repeating. It's just it's the heightened of my ears. You know what I'm saying? Like with me being blind, I had to really actually listen. Like we have five senses. Once you lose one, the other one started to get stronger.
I
So
love
that I
that.
mean that could be that too. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I mean he is going in and out. At first it was kind of hard to understand, but I mean, I'm just trying to listen and that's
Right.
really it. Yeah.
But you're catching everything he's throwing down, and I've noticed that when I do the playback and I do the voice thing because it
Mhm.
will I can put the closed caption on. It
Yeah.
catches everything he's saying, even though we can't.
Yeah. Yeah. With the captions it's crazy though, because like I don't know if other visually impaired individuals use captions. I will for like my viewers and fans, supporters or whatever, but I honestly don't use captions like when I'm watching TV. I don't put the captions on. I don't know. I mean, it will read it to me, but I just don't use the captions. I just listen like anybody else would.
I like that. I like that. So what happened, if you don't mind me asking, that made you go blind?
Yeah. So when I was 20 years old, I was a victim to gun violence, and I was actually shot in my face, and that's how I lost my vision.
When did you change?
What do you mean?
Become who you are today?
Oh, shoot. I guess like I'll say within this last year, I've been allowing myself to get out here and promote who Solo Boogie is, as far as like resilience and my strength. I'm the same person. Like if you know me, I'm the same person. But Solo Boogie is more like Selena. My real name is Selena. You know what I'm saying? And so Selena is like kick, laid back. Not trying to be out there. I'm more like an introvert. But Solo Boogie's more like the person that's like, all right, we gonna get outside. We gonna show these people what you able to do and uplift this community. So I feel like I've been that for the last year because that's when I just started dropping my music last year. So I'll just say I've been Solo Boogie for the last year, but I've been me for my whole life. You know what I'm saying? For 28 years, if that
But I
answers
don't
your
mean
question.
that. I don't mean that part of you. I mean the part of you of the healing part, the part of you of the part that the universe sees. You've always been you, but this
Yeah.
new version of you is within the
Yeah, this new
few
version of me,
years.
yeah. Yeah, like literally just I say within the last year or two, I've been this way.
Yeah,
Get more comfortable showing my face and, talking and trying to, be a leader
and
with the things that
you're
I do.
pouring into you finally.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, going through that, like before I lost my vision, I played basketball. I could draw. I've always been into music, but I also wanted to do acting, modeling, just different things. You know what I'm saying? And doing a lot of those things, sometimes a lot of people like, oh, you got to be able to see to do those things. You know what I mean? So when I lost my vision, it really hurt me, like hurt my heart, broke my heart, and I went through a lot of depression. And I picked up weight and just was going through a lot, just different changes, you know what I'm saying? Even becoming a woman, you know what I'm saying? A young woman. I'm just trying to figure my way in life. I finally felt like I was, on the right path, because growing up, I wasn't the best kid, you know what I'm saying? I was a little hot-headed kid in the mix. And I felt like I was changing my life, getting on the right path, and something like that happened, knocked me down 100 steps, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like I was like I thought my life was over until so I started going through my little phases and I started realizing like I still have my life. I can still use the breath in me to do something. So and that's what I kind of like took a stand like, all right, this is it. I gotta get out here and make a change, you know what I'm saying, some way, because I can touch somebody's heart, you know what I'm saying? They might be going through what I'm going through, maybe even worse. So I just chose to use my voice in whatever way I can use it, you know what I mean? Music or speaking, motivational speaking or whatever, you know, my content, whatever I can do to be able to uplift and, you know, show love and support and elevate myself as well as others as well too.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I've noticed you a few years now, but really noticed you recently that you are coming into this different version of you. Like,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I just want you to know it's so beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to say peace, peace, divine creation.
Peace, peace. How everybody doing?
Oh, it's
Good.
truly.
About yourself?
Not bad, not bad.
So I invited Solo Boogie to come in to be a part of our family because we have a lot of dope artists and individuals on here, and we are all love and light. And I think it'd be a good connect for Solo Boogie, for real, for real.
I appreciate you. All of y'all really to have me on. Definitely an honor for real.
So we're gonna get to our first question. What does genuine human connection mean to you? Divine creation.
What does genuine what?
Human connection mean to you?
Uh, Getting to know each other with no perks in between.
Hmm. How about you on Golden Eagle? What does genuine human connection mean to you?
I think Divine Creation just worded it best. He kind of said it for me. But yeah, to know a person with no intention other than to truly know a person, you know, be able to do that and develop some sort of bond between two people or in a group of people, you know, to develop an actual bond, to just be able to have sort of shared love for each other. That's genuine human connection to me. Love, I guess. If I summed it up in one word.
Solo Boogie, what does genuine human connection mean to you?
Yeah, I agree with the both of them. Building a bond, you know, building trust and respect for each other. But I agree exactly with what they were saying for sure.
For me, genuine human connection is a safe place. In this
Mhm.
world, there's not many safe places. You don't have that where you can be you without it affecting somebody else. If you guys can receive that, because in life,
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes just being you tends to affect other people when that is never your intention.
right.
So for me, genuine human connection is being vulnerable, authentic, reciprocity, a safe space.
Yep.
So, divine creation, have you noticed the difference between being connected online and feeling connected in real life?
Yeah. I think a lot of people online blowing smoke.
Mm.
Um, they just saying what they think the topic is at hand, and they either want to be the negative side and get a reaction, or they want to agree with everybody on the positive side. Of course, not everybody, but I feel like I can read comments and know when it's genuine versus when it's not. But I still entertain it because it's up there. Um, but in person, most of the time it's genuine. Of course, you'll run across somebody every now and then that'll just lie for no reason without being provoked or anything. But most of the time, because you don't know each other, you don't have no reason to lie. And the eyes are, the window to the soul. Of course, you can see the eyes online and know that they're lying straight through their teeth or whatever about whatever they're talking about. But when the eyes are the soul and you right in front of each other,
Right.
the electrical energy that's automatically in the air and in the body. And like when they say back then, when they said let's have a heart to heart, that was a real thing. Like you didn't
Hmm.
hug nobody you love because the energy, your heart is electric and theirs is electric. or whatever, you know, that you could always tell if somebody had an evil intention for you just by hugging them, because it would throw your frequency off into some, you feeling anxious or butterflies in your stomach. You know, that's a real thing. So yeah, in person is definitely
Different.
more appreciated by me than online, but I accept both.
How about you, Solo Boogie? Have
Yeah,
you ever noticed the
I
difference
definitely agree.
between being connected online, feeling connected in real life?
Yeah, I love being in person with people. You really get the real them, because on the internet, people be faking it for real. You know what I'm saying? They'll put this persona, this image out that they genuine, but the whole time, they could be not who they say they are. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's cool, with the internet and all, but I love to meet people in person. And I've done met some good, pretty cool people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect on those to those people, but people really don't be who they say they are. So I feel like, yeah, well, exactly what's his name, Divine or whatever, when he
Divine
said
Grace.
like energy, like when you meet people, and like you said, when he said you hug a person, you can feel that bad energy, like you can literally feel that in the room. You ain't even got to touch a person to really feel it. Like you can tell in their tone, the way they talking. um Especially like when me being visually impaired, I might not can see the body language, but I can hear in people's tones, you know what I'm saying? How they brush me off when I'm trying to talk about things, and that just lets me know, okay, this person don't really vibe when we ain't vibing too well, so let me just go and cut it right here. You know what I'm saying? But the internet, it's almost hard to tell. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah. How about you, Golden Eagle? Have you noticed the difference between being connected online and feeling connected in real life?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in person, I think the connection it's just that much more deeper. It's more personal. You know, you can have personal connections with people online too. Like, I mean, Divine Creation is a good example. I think him and I have personally connected really well, and really kind of on a deeper level too. You know, but you can all be connected with people online and have no connection with them. You know, no actual bond too. So,
Yeah.
but
Right.
in person, it's just more natural. That's all. You know, it's just more natural. So yeah, and I think having that kind of connection, like I said, like me and Vine Creation have formed, that's a rarity online too. You know, I mean, I might have 2,000 people on my friends list, but he's one of probably 5 that I really vibe with like that, where I know him and we can kick it on every level. You know, and so yeah, it's a rarity, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, brother.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, really getting the heart to heart. You know.
Oh
And I
yeah.
like that you guys say that because I have this thing that I do with people. It used to be when I was the old version of me, it would be like intimacy was my way of seeing if we connected, but hugging.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can have intimacy with somebody, and I don't mean intimacy, I mean sexual encounters with somebody, and then I can hug somebody and have a totally different feeling. And hugging is that connection of heart to heart. Like
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can say I've
You know,
known this person. I could say I've known this person forever and I love this person, but at the end of the day, when I hug this person, how do I feel?
Yeah. Do you feel safe when you hug this person?
talking about. Oh, sorry. Go
That
ahead.
no,
No,
Oh,
I was just saying. I said, do you feel safe? Like, do you feel the actual love from this person? Like the honesty.
and
yeah.
like Golden Eagle and I, longest friend I've ever known my whole entire life, over 30, 40 plus years. And for me to hug Golden Eagle, that's how I know I'm safe with Golden Eagle, because every time I see Golden Eagle, I have to give him a hug. And that's that, it's that safety, like Solo Boogie said, it's that safety. And I love Divine Creation. Like every version of Divine Creation is so authentic to me, and I love it. And I appreciate the rawness and the realness and how hard it was to get to know Divine Creation. That right there to me was worth it, because when someone is easy to get to know,
Hmm.
I think they
You
give
know,
themselves to everybody.
and talking about the heart to heart, the hug, that actual connection, man. It reminds me of. And it's been so many years that I'm probably not going to get the story 100% right, but But I was working with somebody that I really had a struggle working with. We did not get along, and we had to go talk to the boss, and the boss was like, "Look, man, y'all gonna figure it out, or I'm just gonna have you guys hug." and, and we're like, he's like, "Let me explain," and then he kind of dropped some real knowledge on us. He said, "Look, this is real stuff," and he stated the facts like he had background on it, but at the time it was recent. He had read this story about another boss who had came up on a study that had been done that proved that the chakras and personal energy is real, and when people actually embrace and hug, when they do a 90-second hug, like your heartbeat will actually align. You'll start having your rhythm, your body rhythm actually starts to match. It takes 90 seconds for that to happen. And in the story that he had read, it was about another actually like manager who had learned about that study and had two women that were working for him and had butted heads for years. And when he learned about this, the next time they had an issue, he said, "This is how we're going to handle this. You guys can hug for 90 seconds or you're both fired." They embraced each other and hugged for 90 seconds. And over the next coming year, these two women who couldn't stand each other for years before that developed a bond and a friendship. They were, by the end of the year, they were best friends. And it was just more facts to back up that study that he had read about. But I mean, it's a real thing, people actually develop a bond after embracing, especially for a long embrace, because your body line, your energies, they intermingle, you know what I mean? They become
They
one.
feed off each other. Yeah, they feed off
Exactly.
each other.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with music though, because it's like when I'm in the studio, sometimes I gotta be by myself. I don't want a lot of people in there because they might mess up my vibe and my emotion on how I'm feeling for the song. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It may get me distracted.
Yeah.
So
I'm awkward sometimes to certain people, and I will walk up to a person, and when I do hug them, I'm counting when I'm hugging them, because I gotta hug you for more than 30 to 40 to 50 seconds. I got to, because I want to be able to reset, like Divine Creation said. I want to be able to reset and feel you, because that quick hug, you can't really tell a lot with that. But when you really sit and embrace, and I will count it, and I'm genuine with it. Like, I let you know before I even hug you, we're about to hug for a minute. I just want you to know that. And I mean literally a minute.
yeah.
I can feel it as soon as I open my arms. That's just the empath in me, being a high extreme empath and clairvoyant and all that. Like, soon as I open my arms and they open their arms, I
Yeah.
feel it before we even embrace or
Me
whatever.
too.
And I've had
Yeah.
people try to hold on to me, and I basically like gave them the shrug of, like, man, get the hell up off me, goddamn. I feel
Right.
you.
Yeah.
You throwing my beat off, man. Don't throw me
Right,
get up
right.
off me.
Yeah, that's true, man. For real, you gotta watch the people that you be around. They might rub some bad stuff on you. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Or soak my energy up. It's a lot of energy vampires out here. They don't got
Right,
no intention for you but to draw
man.
your energy. I literally had a girl that was actually brave enough to say, I only come around you when I feel bad, and you always make me feel good. And as soon as she said that, I was like, that's why I'm so damn tired whenever you leave.
I'm around. Yeah, that's crazy.
My,
And,
my,
and I immediately stopped
Yeah,
dealing with her. I immediately
yeah,
stopped dealing with her.
yeah,
that kind of reminds me of my son too, man. He's really big on. He does not like being touched. Period. Like, it doesn't
yeah.
really get a hug from him. That's really big, and it's really rare. And he's been like that for a long time. He's not that old. I mean, he's gonna be 21 here soon. But he's like that since he was a kid. And a couple months ago, I was teasing him about that, and we'll hug. Don't get me wrong, but he had mentioned something about somebody touching him at work, and he just putting their hand on him, and how much he didn't like that. And he's like, he says, Dad, because the boy can have a real shitty attitude sometimes. I don't know where he gets it from, but anyway, he said, Dad,
That's funny.
I struggle. He said, I know I struggle just to keep my energy on a good level, to stay positive and keep my energy clean of other people's energy. And it's like, and that's why I really just don't like people touching me, because the last thing I want is for any little bit of their negative energy to rub off on me, and it can happen with just a touch. You know, it just
Yeah.
they could just pat you on the back, you know. And he's like, nah, he just stays really on that. He's really adamant. He doesn't want anybody else's negative energy to rub off on him, even if
Right.
it's just a simple handshake. You know, he doesn't really care to shake hands either for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, I
yeah,
respect it. I understand, man. You got,
yeah,
like I said, you got to be careful. You just never know what type of motives people have behind the things they doing. People really do things intentionally. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Whether it's good reason or bad reason, but they doing it for a reason. So
right.
Facts. And I'm an intentional person, and I let people know that I'm intentional when I do something.
yeah,
There's whole intention behind it. I'm not doing it just because. I'm doing it because of the boom effect, the equal, reciprocity, that the return.
yeah.
So, the next question is, what moments in your life have you had reminded you of the importance of simply being present with one another? Divine creation.
Say that again.
What moments in your life have reminded you of the importance of simply being present with one another and with another person?
Uh, Listening to him, just listening. Besides that, I can't really think of anything. Just listening, like seeing how authentic they are. I know if I'm dealing with a NPC or an actual real person.
Right. Solo Boogie, what moments in your life have reminded you of the importance of simply being present with another person?
I think the biggest reminder for me to be present and the people that I care about, life in general, like how short life is, death. When we go through those situations, it makes us want to get closer with people because you just never know when those times. So in those times of needs, when people are reaching out, I try to be there. Whether if they need advice, they need a ear to listen, or I try to be there. But also, like we just said, try to watch the energies. You know what I'm saying? Because things be rubbing off. But I think really, like I said, just life in general, man. It's a lot of things that goes on in life that we just don't know if we're gonna be here tomorrow. So it just you try to be as present as you can, but some certain things just happen. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know if you're still watching, Dre, but peace and love to you. Golden Eagle, what moments in your life have reminded you of the importance of simply being present with one another, with another person?
um, Losing my sister. That
No.
that yeah, that was it was a real kick in the gut, because I was supposed to have been visiting her actually when she passed, and so ever since then, obviously, I've just been big on being there when I'm wanted, when someone's reached out and said, hey, let's get together, or hey, I try and be there as much as possible, and then I try and make it a point to when I am there, to let them know they're heard,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all. I just try and hear people better, because that was a pretty profound experience, really. Not being there, that tore me up for a long time, because God only knows. Honestly, she had passed away in a car accident on her way to work, and had I been there, she wouldn't have been going to work. She would have took the week off, So my failure, my delay, actually, because I just scheduled plans and say, you know what, I'm gonna come up and see you next week, and I'll stay for a week or two, and honestly, man, just yeah, that haunted me for a long time. So I
Sorry
was
for
like,
your loss.
thank you. And it's been a really long time, but it still hurts when you think about it. It's kind of loss that don't go away. But
Yeah,
again,
definitely.
that's definitely one of those moments in my life where I realize that when I'm wanted, when somebody wants my presence, I need to show up as much as possible. Anytime, if it's possible at all possible, then I need to see to it because I don't want to have to live with kind of regret. It's a hard one to swallow, you know.
Yeah.
That was that gave an opposite effect on me. That was the reason I pulled away from everybody. When I lost my best friend and he was actually on the way to get me, and he said he'd be home at 5 in the morning, and I'm like, why are you coming home 5 in the morning? I'm a supervisor at my job. I work second shift. I don't get off till 11 p.m. because we was about to head out and go to, like, me and him, like, every weekend we just take off to a different state and just
Yeah.
figure out something to have fun there. And he was already in a different state and he was coming back, and I'm like, bro, just stay into the daytime fall and come. He's like, I don't know, something just telling me I'll be home at 5 o'clock. And he died in a car wreck and was pronounced dead at 5 o'clock in the morning. And it gave me severe PTSD. Like, I can't ask nobody to come and get me. If I do, and you say you 30 minutes away, when it get to 35 minutes, now I'm sweating and anxiety. I'm thinking the
Yeah.
worst or whatever, like, so it gave an opposite effect. I stopped dealing with people because I didn't want to care that hard no more.
Yeah. Sorry for the loss of your best friend. Yeah, that's why I said
Oh,
like death is like one of the biggest things that make you want to stay connected. I just remember in high school I was so busy like playing basketball, working, just being outside with my friends, being a teenager, and my great grandmother passed away on me. And it hurt me to the heart because um it was like, dang, I at that moment I realized like all the times I kept saying I'm gonna go see her, you know what I'm saying? And they telling me, she's declining, and I'm making up all these excuses, and she passed away on me, and it hurt me because I was like, dang, I just literally procrastinated all the times I was gonna see her, and now this is the last time I have to see her. You know what I'm saying? So it just made me want to stay more connected with my family, and family and friends, because you just never know. You know what I mean?
I want to say,
yeah.
I want to say peace to Moon Tortoise. Moon Tortoise just joined us.
Peace, Moon Tortoise.
What's up, bro?
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Oh, it's truly well. This is a
I was
great
just
show
listening.
for you.
I was just listening to the story. That's what was going on.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the question then. What moment in your life have reminded you the importance of simply being present with one another?
Hmm. Let me ask someone. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, when my niece was born,
Oh,
she's crying in the background. I just pissed her off.
my grandbaby. Oh, yeah. You're going to
That
make
was a
me
lot
cry.
of pain. A lot of pain was undone with her.
Oh, you're going to make me cry. Dang.
I got older.
Oh, um, for me, the moment in my life that reminded me, oh, I'm so sensitive. That reminded me of how important life was I'm gonna say, yeah, my grandkids too. Like the night that that gentleman tried taking my life, and I looked up and my grandson was standing there staring at me when it happened, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this in front of my grandson. Like I don't want to make bad memories in front of him. I'm supposed to make happy memories, not ones that's gonna traumatize him the rest of his life that he won't be able to get over. Granted, he was only 4, but yet, you know, I don't know what that would have done to him if he watched me go that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been it for me. My grandchildren are everything to me. Like I love life, and I love children. Like babies are just everybody's kids are my grandchildren. I don't even care. I'm claiming them all.
Yeah.
We
The
go
kids
to
are
a event,
all right.
huh?
The kids are all right. I used to not like being around kids. I didn't like being a kid, and I've realized in the last few years that I like the topic tonight. Adults have become so, let's say, typecast and set into what they have to do and stuff that they don't have souls anymore. I've figured out. Heck, just
Yeah.
meeting up, just trying to just reach out and talk to someone in my community sometimes can be like setting up a NASA space mission. I think that texting and all this stuff online is a wonderful way of communicating, but it's an Orwellian way of letting slaves talk to each other. I feel like America's kind of like that. They don't want us meeting up. They just want you to live online now, and I think it's incredibly detrimental and terrifying to watch body language dissolve and anxiety take over what should be normal relationships outside of the phone. You don't see me on here because I hate this phone.
Yeah. My baby sister just jumped on and she said losing her sister 2 years ago made her wake up and see that life is too short and to love yourself more and be happy. Yeah,
It's true.
it is true. I don't know. Like I think of I think of death differently, and I won't think of it as a loss. Doesn't mean I'm not heartless to the fact that people are passing. I just
Yeah.
see the big picture in it. I life though, new life. When new life comes into this world, it's different to me. It's a different thing watching new life join this world.
Yeah.
It is. I was watching my family heal as my niece was something big. It was cathartic.
Ugh, I can't wait to see her. I'm gonna love all over her little fat cheekies with her red hair. I just can't wait to see her.
Yeah, she looks just like Joey. She's really
I,
cute.
I can't wait.
She's got her mom's
I
chin though. Thank goodness. Oh, just
yeah,
kidding.
don't no hair on her chin. Yeah. So
Joey's got a hell of a mom's chin. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
he does. So how has technology? Oh, I'm gonna start with you then. Moon Tortoise. How has
Oh,
technology strengthened our relationships, and where do you think it has intentionally weakened them?
I I think it's strengthened some relationships for people. I think the world's becoming a place that it's just you got to be tech savvy. I frankly don't understand any of it at all. It's negatively affected me. I think it negatively affects people in a lot of ways. I think it's wonderful we have the ability to communicate. I feel that it's just we're forced to only communicate like that. Like SGF, I want to sit down with SGF and play music, and he lives very far away from me. So it's wonderful that technology exists so I can communicate with him. But I don't communicate with anyone. I don't get on the phone anymore. It's so nobody meets anymore. It's all phone stuff. I think it's really bad in a lot of ways, and it could be just the way we're going to evolve, which is
Mm.
scary.
This is your time to say something to Golden Eagle, though, Moon Tortoise. Moon Tortoise
I
is trying to hang out with you, Golden Eagle, because you guys are in
I
the same
was
city.
about to be a smart ass to say, hey, you can give me your phone number so we can kick it.
oh yeah,
No, really
yeah.
though. Yeah, give me your number so we can look up.
I
You know what I
will.
mean? So
I
shoot
will.
it to me on in fact, you might have. I think I know we chatted on my book, but I don't know if you did send me your number or not. Though.
I don't know. I rarely actually communicate. Oh, she wanted me to poach you. Yeah, no, I would love to hang out, meet up, and have a cup of coffee or something. That's what I do.
Right.
But I usually get a hold of me through Messenger. That's how I
Okay.
fucking
Okay.
text you. I
All
will
right. Then.
exchange numbers with you.
Okay.
But yeah,
So, Boogie, where are you located?
I'm in Louisville, Kentucky.
yeah.
Ah, SGF Graham,
There you go.
What's up?
Louisville, Kentucky.
What
Mm-hmm.
about Louisville, Kentucky?
That's where Solo Boogie is.
That ain't nowhere near me.
Oh, I'm not.
Where you located at Divine Creations? Where you located?
I'll be the Carolinas. Like Kentucky, that's by
It's about
13, 12 hours away from me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm bad
yeah,
with
Cause
directions. Listen,
Colorado, like 15 hours away from me. So
yeah.
I am
that's
so
a
bad.
1 day drive, though. You know the way I get down on the highway. You know, it's a 1 day drive, but
Yeah, well,
still.
I go through like I'll be going to Virginia and stuff, so it's
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
it ain't too far from Virginia, depending on what part, you know what I mean? But it's
oh
definitely a
yeah,
little minute away though.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
But I'm bad with directions. I'm just telling you. That's why I'm not the driver. Golden Eagle, I
Hey,
am not the driver. We get lost.
hey, look, I gotta use that GPS too, so it's okay. It's all right.
Listen, I have a quick story about GPS. It stopped working because the signal was terrible where I was located. And
Mm,
I had my grandson with me, and I just call him grandson. That's all I call him. So I had grandson with me, and I was cussing out GPS, and grandson was like, "You got to take in consideration, Jima, that everybody uses it. It's only one person." And I was like,
yeah.
Okay, I apologize. And then it really stopped working. He said, now you got to be nice to it because, see, now it doesn't even want to take you where we have to go. And now we're lost. And I was like, I had to apologize to GPS for being mean to it so that it could work again in front of my grandchild.
Right. It's got its own personality. You know, it may reroute you on the humble sometimes, you know.
He was like, I don't want to be a called a crackhead, Jima. I was like, but it's telling me to turn in the middle of the highway. Like,
Yeah. It's crazy. My grandmother, she don't like GPS. She still using MapQuest and stuff like that. She'll print the directions out and just, you
oh, I
know,
ain't mad.
do it like that.
I am mad. All right, so the next question, Solo Boogie. How has technology strengthened our relationships, and where do you think it has unintentionally weakened them?
Um, I think like for business, that's where it's strengthening that for like people with business and making those connections. Um, you said unintentionally weakened them.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, um, like I think just personal connecting personally anyway is unintentionally doing it because everybody's just so used to just being on the internet. You know what I mean? As far
Hmm.
as like mental health, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How
But
about you, Divine Creation? How has technology strengthened our relationship, and where do you think it unintentionally weakened them?
Strengthen our relationship. Um, create bonds with people that you never would have got a chance to create a bond. Like I got somebody in China right now through translation that calls me Master Solo God because they obviously get information from me that they don't get in China. Well, you know, unintentionally. Oh, this might piss the crowd off. But too many mother freaking sheeps
Mm,
that got the leeway to have a freaking voice,
mm,
and they
mm,
all thinking the same dumb shit. And because it'll always be more sheep than shepherd, now
yes,
because they got a collective dumb agreements, they think it's facts.
mm,
And the whole world has the battle of the sheep all the time because now it seems like the sheep got the power.
yeah, I
mm.
agree with
So
that too.
Me too. Golden Eagle, how has technology strengthened our relationship, and where do you think that it is unintentionally weakened them?
Um, I think in a lot of ways, it's made our world a smaller place. Kind of like Divine Creation was just saying. It's made long distance relationships, whether it's family, friends, whoever. It's made those it's made us closer because I mean, I mean, a lot of y'all, I mean, depending on your age, you might not remember, but we used to have to pay long distance charges just to make a phone call to somebody out of state. Like I got family in California and Arizona, and growing up, we'd only speak to them about once a month because that shit was just too expensive. It cost too much. But now obviously I can speak with my auntie over in California any time of the day, and for hours at a time. And obviously friends like being able to speak with you. This ain't nothing but it's nothing but a phone call or nothing but a message on, or a FaceTime, and so in a lot of ways it's made the world smaller.
Mhm.
But to the on the opposite end, I can think about how, just a few years ago, one of my best friends, Louis, lived right around the block from right around the block on the other side, but I could see his house from my house through the alley. And we sit there and bullshit online talking and miss out on that face to face, the real face to face, the real heart to heart, the real person. We kind of
Yeah.
lost a little bit of the personal aspect of it just because we didn't get off our ass and walk around the block. Where
Right.
20 years before that, we wouldn't have had a choice. If I wanted to go
Yeah.
talk to him, I'd have had to walk around the block, knock on his door. And
Right.
so in some ways, it created distance where there is no distance, but in some ways, it's made the distance a lot smaller. So I think from that aspect, that's how it's strengthened and weakened some of it.
Yeah, it made us. I think too. It made us a lot of people lazy when it came to certain things.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've just used myself for a perfect example.
Yeah.
I didn't even get off the couch to talk to my best friend, and he lived around the block. And like I said, when we
Yeah.
were kids, I walked across town just to kick it with him. You know. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely did.
For me, technology strengthened relationships because, like, all my loves in my life, the people that are dear to me, I like 75% of them never met them and don't personally know them, but it's a bond that I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't trade it for $1 million in this world. I would never trade that bond that I have with them. And that every now and then when I feel heavy, I get a message saying, "How are you today? I was just thinking of you." And I can
Right.
easily call them. And if they're even if they're in Ghana, like I have someone I love dearly in Ghana, and
Mhm.
I can say, like, "How are you, King? How's the baby? How's everything? How's your wife?" I can easily just say that
Yeah.
now, and I
Yep.
couldn't before. So I appreciate that. But what it made it worse was I try to call my grandson, and I would talking to, because he's 12 now, and I try to talk to him about certain things, and he's like too caught up in video games and all this other stuff that I can't
Yeah.
even. So I miss that. Like, I'm like, "What else do you do?" "Well, I don't really do much." "Well, I don't like people. Like, I'm like Solo Boogie. I'm like, I have two different personalities. I don't want to ever leave my house. I don't even think I have today.
Yeah.
Moon Tortoise knows I lived with Moon Tortoise, lived with me, and like, I don't leave. I don't leave. I've only went to the store one time, and that was when I walked with Moon Tortoise. I just don't go places because there's people out there. And
Yeah.
when I'm online, though, I have this whole different personality that I'm able to be, which I'm slowly breaking myself out of it. It's very uncomfortable, but I'm becoming very uncomfortable on purpose so that I can be more out there because I prefer
Mhm.
the one on one than the technology.
Yeah.
I want to feel the story, not just get the story.
Yeah. Because it can be tricky, man. Like people are catfishing out here. They seem cool, but it's just like with any connection though. Because like I've been detaching myself from a lot of people, like people that I love. That they always say don't put past nothing, past nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I meet a lot of good people online, but I gotta have that personal connection with you. Like I gotta be able to see you in person, feel you in person, because that might be cool and all over the internet, but it's not really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that. I feel that. And when I do travel, I'm going to hug a whole bunch of people. Like, I already said when I leave and go back to Michigan, I'm first thing I'm gonna do is hug Golden Eagle and give him a big old kiss, and then I'm gonna go and see my Moon Tortoise and all my grandbaby, and then we're gonna travel, go see Divine Creation. Like, I'm gonna go places.
yeah. And I think
I'm
that's the best thing to do too. Travel the world and see things, meet those different people, those connections. I think that's another downfall with the internet too. Like people feel like they don't have to get out and go nowhere because we so used to being that. Yeah. We don't have to go
yeah,
outside because it's like everything's right here on the internet. I can search for people in North Carolina if that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to travel there. You know what I'm saying? Some people are looking at that like there's a lot of people that won't even leave. They ain't never left their state before. You know what I'm saying? They're
yeah.
content in that. But it's like, nah, not all the time. You gotta step out that comfort zone.
So the next question is, what can families, friends, and communities do to rebuild stronger human connection? And have you ever experienced a conversation that completely changed the direction of your life? I think that was supposed to be 2 questions. We're just going to do the first one because my laptop broke Moon Tortoise, so everything's on the tablet. So
Oh.
the first thing is what can families, friends, and communities do to rebuild stronger human connections?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, get off your phones and meet with each other in person, where you can have body language, share experiences, and create music together. Next, resist all forms of surveillance that are being put up. I'm not even going to say what that is. And then third, once you're all good and bonded together, march on up to Washington and demand all of your rights back. Don't do any of this on your phone. Do not record any of it on your phone if you don't want. I don't know. Someone's going to. Just live in real time and watch your future prosper.
Okay. Divine creation, what can family, friends, and communities do to rebuild stronger human connection?
Just exist amongst each other again in real life. I believe that'll be the beginning or whatever, Maybe they need to shut down the internet for a week. Well, 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks, because they say it take 3 weeks for people to get over shit. Well, maybe so 4 weeks. Shut down the internet for a whole month and see how people react if they actually start back talking to each other. Because I done had people that I done seen on Facebook walk straight past me in the store and then hit me on Facebook and be like, "Was that you?" I just look at that. I just look at it like, man, shut the hell up,
You
man.
knew it was me, man. It's crazy. Like, yeah, definitely. I agree with that for sure.
That sounds almost intimately good.
Yeah.
I'll do 3 months.
Yeah, you would do 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
Solo Boogie, can families, friends, and communities do to rebuild stronger human connection?
Get outside and make that connection, being around
Oh,
each other, like Divine Creation said.
yeah.
Shut the internet down, man. Get these kids off the game. Make them go outside. See, back then, my grandparents and my mama would make us go outside. We had to play outside. You know what I'm saying? We finding out things to do together. The kids on the block in the community, how to, play with each other and communicate. You know what I'm saying? And I think these kids now, moving forward, they it's just all about the tablets. When my god kids come over and my nieces and nephew come over, it's tablet, TV, and it's like, nah, we going to the park today. We going
Yeah.
swimming. We doing stuff. We interacting with each other. You know what I'm saying? Engagement is key, and I feel like, yeah, that's take the technology away. Yeah, everybody start reconnecting back. You know what I'm saying? Personally, my
Yeah.
opinion.
I think the reason why Divine Creation and I, or not Divine Creation, but Golden Eagle and I are close like we are is because we were never home when we were younger. I don't even think my parents knew I existed.
Yeah, I moved out when I was 12.
Yeah, I was 15.
Not really, I still slept at home, but that was it.
Yeah.
I slept on the front porch sometimes because that was it. But I moved out at 15 for real, on some real stuff. 15.
Yeah.
And we were never home. Other people became our parents. And like the park and, schools and Jefferson, different things. The Leonard Center, that was my parent too.
Yeah.
George Jefferson?
The Leonard Center.
I said George Jefferson. Is that what you said?
The Leonard Center or Jefferson was a place, a school.
Oh, Jefferson Learning Center.
Yeah. Or the Leonard Center. Or the Leonard Center.
I went there too. I didn't perform well in school.
I went there in envy.
I went to NV too. That's how we grew up together because we went to the same schools. He
I
was
learned where to
naughty.
get
I was pregnant. There's a huge difference. So, g- so yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. Honestly, did you answer that one, Golden Eagle? Or yeah,
No, no, I was just gonna say. I mean, obviously, uh, okay, solo. What was it? Solo,
which one?
what's the full name? He said it with engagement. I
Solo
think,
Boogie.
yeah, Solo Boogie. That's right. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think Solo Boogie hit the nail on the head with more engage. We need to engage people more. We need to focus
Yeah,
on less less FaceTime, more face to face time.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know,
definitely.
Yep, I agree. I don't think I could say anything differently besides the fact of learn each other. I think a lot of people don't learn each other no more. I think that's a
right?
huge.
Yeah,
They just rather read upon a person's bio or something like that. Learn somebody. Like I'm telling you, I'm such an intentional person. If I don't get that same intent in return, it throws me way off.
well, too, to add to that, a lot of people ain't learning others because they're not even trying to learn themselves. You know what I
Fact.
mean? It's like you
Yes,
can't if you ain't got a connection with yourself. What are you looking for in people to
right.
connect with? You know what I mean? So I think it's like the best way to do that as well too is like find yourself, get to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? As you doing that.
No doubt.
All right, we got
Most
two
people
more
aren't
questions.
comfortable.
Hey, Solo Boogie,
Hmm?
how'd you get your name? What your name mean?
Solo is because I'm always solo dolo, man, by myself for real. Even when I'm around the crowd, I always feel alone. Boogie is more like on the music side. I just put them together. You know what I'm saying? I boogie when I come to music. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing in the studio, make good vibes. So that's how I came up with the name.
Oh,
What
okay,
about
okay,
yourself
okay.
though?
My label, Solo God, and it's actually, well, it's an acronym to start off with. Soldiers out for loyalty, only G's on the destiny.
Mm,
But
I like that. I like
as
that.
as I grew in my relationship with the all in all, I was like, for the religious people, it can also mean, one God. At the top of the rain, I was like, all right, one universe, one God. Okay, I can roll with
Yeah,
that too.
yeah. What about you, Golden Eagle? Well, I want to know everybody's name. How y'all come up with y'all names?
I mean, that just it honestly that just kind of came to me. I mean, I'm always golden, and eagle man. I've always identified with the eagle as my spirit guide.
Yeah,
So that's just it. Just made sense to me.
yeah.
Moon Tortoise created mine. Moon Tortoise.
Yeah.
Where'd Universe Badger come from?
Where'd Universe Badger came from? I made it up. It's a contrived hippie name like Moon Tortoise. I don't believe in names. Deeds proclaim the human.
What happened?
No, that was him playing the guitar.
I have
Oh, I
Squire
was gonna say.
P-Bass.
Oh, it almost kind of sound like how like when your internet goes out and the rope start
Yeah.
sounding robotic. That's what it kind of sounded like on my end.
No, that was.
And then divine
Oh, okay.
creation. I just got divine creation because that's what I am. So that's
Yeah.
what we all
Hey.
are. But I'm a claim it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. He said, "I'm gonna claim it." That's what's up, though. That's what you got to do, man.
But every now and then we call him SGF Graham, not intentionally, but that's an artist name.
Yeah. So that's your artist name, SGF Ground.
Yeah, SGL Graham, Solo God, Family Graham. My whole objective was because I have a label.
Mm,
I was gonna go like all my artists was gonna have to put like SGF in front of their name to show the
mm.
unity.
Yeah.
So that was the whole objective.
Yeah.
And Graham is my original last name, and I appreciate the man that raised me, so I'm not gonna change my last name, but still O'Day to it in my rap name.
You Graham like Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny because I have a wife or whatever, and her last name's Graham. We put our names together, so it's Graham hyphen Thurston now. But that's funny though. Yeah, I might be
Oh,
close kin or something. I don't know.
where's
She
she
actually
from?
got family in. She got some family in North Carolina. I think in Charlotte, but her mom's side is
Charlotte is my stomping ground.
Yeah, so hers on her dad's side, they're from like Cincinnati and different places. I know exactly where else they all from, but her mom them they're from like Kentucky, Covington, Kentucky. But I know
Yeah,
she do
we
have family members in Charlotte. So
yeah we all up and down Ohio too. So probably if they from
yeah,
Charlotte, last name Graham, Carr, ask her if she related to like Graham, Cars,
she's definitely
Kearns,
related to Graham. You said Carl. It's crazy.
Kearns.
She's about to walk through the door.
Yeah,
What's the last
cause
name?
if she Kearns, if she related to Kearns or the Cars or the Blackwells, she definitely 100% cousin.
Hey, you are you related to some Blackwells or some Carls?
Or some
Blackwell,
Kearns.
Kearns. You not you don't know. You have to probably ask your daddy for sure because you
If
don't
she
work.
she from if her people from if the Graham side is from Charlotte, 90% chance we family. Like
Is
we
most of your
we
neighbors
got
from
like the
Charlotte?
biggest family in Charlotte.
Yeah. I have family in Charlotte, but it's not. None of them ain't like my dad. Who's in here? She was in the back. But yeah, it's not my dad's mom's side. It's my dad's side. Dad's their side, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and then we all in Ohio, like all in Ohio.
yeah, yeah. Just ask him. But yeah, that's somebody on the live. His name is Divine Creations, but his last name's Graham. So I brought that up. And you said Charlotte? Yeah. Well, he's not from Charlotte, but he's where he got people in Charlotte. But yeah. But
Yeah,
all
my
right, yeah.
mom and them from Charlotte. My mom and them from Charlotte. They parents though from Virginia. My grandparents from Virginia and Ohio.
Okay, yeah. It's a possibility. You never we never know. We might have to
Yeah.
look into it. But yeah. But that's
All
what's
right,
up, man. That's dope.
Oh yeah.
let's get into the next two questions so we can wrap this up. So this one says, have you ever experienced a conversation that completely changed the direction of your life? Golden Eagle.
The answer is yes. Probably more than once, but I mean, probably most recent comes to mind. But yeah, absolutely. Uh, really, the first time you and I spoke earlier this year, the first time we'd spoken quite a while, but I could have gone any direction, honestly. You know, I was feeling a whole lot of growth. I know I've gone through a lot of growth lately, but I also the things I was going through had me feeling like I could have gone right back to the old me
Yeah.
as soon as I was feeling well enough to walk, you know, and so yeah, absolutely. That first conversation we had, it just you just you recognize some of the growth that you saw. I recognized that and just validated it for me, and it just gave me the reassurance I needed to know that I was going in the right direction, and there was no need
Yeah.
to go turning back.
I love that for you. Moon Tortoise, have you ever experienced a connection or a conversation that completely changed the direction of your life? It's not connection, it's conversation. Have you ever experienced a conversation that completely changed the direction of your life?
I still don't have an answer for it. Probably a lot of them. I'm trying to think of a really profound one. I don't know. Every conversation is wonderful with people, even if they're terrible. I have to think about it.
All right. Solo Boogie, have you ever had a conversation that completely changed the direction of your life?
I had plenty of them. I think one that stuck with me was a family member that just they were seeing my resilience, you know what I'm saying, seeing how strong I was with the situation I had went through with losing my vision. And I was just so down, you know what I'm saying, like really depressed, just taking it hard, you know. And they was just like they said, you know, when I was in the hospital, you know, people was coming in the room kind of like breaking down crying because they didn't want to see me like that. And I just was so calm. And I was just telling them like, you know, if you gonna come in here breaking down crying and stuff, I don't want to hear it. You got to go out there. Like if you come in here, you got to be strong because I don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling them like emotionally, I don't want to be attached and feeling that. And
Yeah.
it made me kind of open my eyes. Like I'm still like that to this day. Like even not in the situation anymore, just living like I'm still that same person. So that really actually made me get motivated to, start doing what I'm doing today.
I love that. Um, Divine creation. Have you ever had experienced a conversation that completely changed the direction of your life?
Nah, because usually the teacher. Um, but so most stuff is revelation, or unless I bring up conversation with God. But the most life changing listen I ever listened to was by William Donahue about the green light, um, the heart chakra, the green pasture, all that. That was probably the most life changing speaking or listening I ever had. But yeah, I'm the teacher most of the time, so nah.
Okay. I've experienced many of them, many. Now, at the time when they were told to me, I didn't appreciate them, and then later on, they hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was just like, "Oh crap, that's what you were talking about." That made so much sense now, but then I just felt because the old version of me used to take everything as if it was a personal attack, and
Yeah,
then the healed version was able to receive without the ego involved or pride.
yeah, I can agree with you. I was like that for a while too. I always was taking things personal. I come from a family where they can be judgmental at times, and it was like hard to express out myself. You know what I mean? And I feel like every time I would speak on certain things, everything that they would say to me, I just was always on the defense. I felt like they was always kind of like throwing things in my face. I just going against everything that I was saying. But at the times I wasn't receiving, the bigger picture of it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was so thinking about me, you know what I'm saying, and how I felt, but not looking at the whole situation. But as I got older, I realized, it wasn't something that they was doing intentionally to harm me. It was just out of love and care. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people go through that at some time
Yeah.
of their life.
So this will be the last question because we're over our hour mark. So, what role does listening play in creating meaningful relationships? Um, I'm going to ask you, Moon Tortoise. I think when we lost Divine Creation or Golden Eagle, oh, and Divine Creation, I spoke right
Wow.
through it.
On the
I
communication question.
Yeah. I'm listening. So, what role does in I know one's because the signal, or not signal, but I think Golden Eagle's battery died.
What
'Cause-
role does listening play?
Yeah, what role does listening play in creating a meaningful relationship?
Everything. The forefront. It's
Yeah,
the whatever you want to attribute that to, heartbeat, anything.
yeah. How about you, Soul Buggy? What role does listening play in creating a meaningful relationship?
A very important role. Um, if no one's ever listening to each other, how do we receive what ones are going through? Or uh, that's just plain and simple. You know what I mean? Nothing much to that.
For me, I'm gonna say it depends on how you're listening. Are you listening to respond, or are you
Mhm.
listening to receive? Because they're two different things to me.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to respond, then it's not going to play that big of a role because you're just wanting to be right. But if you're
Right.
listening to receive, then you're going to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
divine creation, what role does listening play in creating a meaningful relationship?
I understand how far I can go and don't have to have meaningless conversation. Or at least I got a assumption on how far I can go, because I've had a few people surprise me with their intellectual once they saw that I was deep myself. They didn't know how far they could go either or whatever. So That's what I would say with listening, and I actually get to learn the person without probably asking a bunch of questions out loud. If I just let them talk, they'll probably answer my questions for me.
Exactly. I love that. Golden Ego. What role does listening play in creating a meaningful relationship? I thought your phone died.
That I had to run in the house and plug in. It's essential. It's completely essential. You have to you have to care enough to hear the individual. You have to love and respect enough to allow someone to be heard. It's essential.
I want to add on top of all that that the universe speaks to you, to the whole world. But you have to get rid of the noise to be able to hear it. And once you listen, then everything will flow naturally and you'll align yourself with what is meant for you. But you're too busy talking, and I think the smartest people are the ones that know everything, but know a lot, nothing, but acknowledgeable of many things, and are quiet enough to hear everything.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, Golden Eagle, can you read the reflection? And if your signal's good enough, can you go on to the next show too?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Real connection doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. People may forget our words, our titles, or even our accomplishments. Yet they'll often remember how we made them feel. A conversation, a hug, a shared meal, or simply sitting beside someone during a difficult season can leave an impact that lasts a lifetime. As our world continues to change, so never lose what makes us human. Let's use connection over distraction whenever we can. Bridge to the next Tuesday is we'll continue this conversation from another perspective with an episode titled "When Did This Become Normal?" Together, we'll explore the gradual changes we accepted without even realizing it. From paying for air in some places, subscriptions replacing ownership,
Here,
books being
I'll read that part. I apologize. I'll read that part because you were going in and out so much.
okay.
So it says next Tuesday we'll continue this conversation from another perspective with an episode title called "When Did This Become Normal?" Together we'll explore the gradual changes we've accepted without even realizing it. From paying for air in some places, subscriptions replacing ownership, original books being purchased and cut apart for digitalization, self-checkout replacing human interaction, and AI becoming the conversation many people once had over coffee with another person. We'll ask an important question. What have you gained and what have you quietly lost along the way? You won't want to miss this one. Now we're going to do our positive message because this is the time that we ask everybody to leave with a positive message. Solo Boogie, what is your positive message?
Just be kind to others, man. You just don't know what people are going through. Mental health right now is really important for everybody to be tapped into. Because you just don't know what's going through people's minds. So I'll just say stay connected and be kind to people and just spread love, show love to everyone because we all need it. You know, we all going through something.
Yeah. Moon Tortoise, what's your positive message?
My positive message. Change is good. Everybody should be yearning for change. It's hard for me to give a positive message. I'm positive, but I'm not positive. Just, change is good. Maybe that's what you're saying.
Okay. Divine Creation, what's your positive message?
Hmm. No matter what anybody say to you, cast doubt on intentionally or unintentionally, or anything of that nature, any and everything that you desire is within you first. Literally any and everything that you desire is within you first. And if you can't find it within you, there's no way in hell you're gonna find it outside. That's
Facts.
even abundance. If your spirit is in abundance, if your spirit isn't in abundance, and you can't even fathom yourself holding it, then wishing upon a star is pointless. So believe that you're worthy and know that whatever you want is already inside of you waiting to come out.
Golden Eagle, positive message. Try it again, my love. No.
Less FaceTime, more time face to face. Show up and show love.
I love that. So it says someone may never remember the text message you sent. They may never remember the social media post that you shared, yet they often remember how you made them feel when you truly listened. Be patient, check on someone, share a meal, have a conversation. Human connection is still one of the greatest gifts we can give each other. With the closing, but my positive message is be intentional, but just don't be. That's it. Whatever it is, if you're an intentional asshole, then you're an intentional asshole. But either way, stay authentic to that shit and just be intentional with it.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you again for joining us this evening, Solar Boogie. Appreciate you,
Thank
and
y'all
you're
for
more than
having me.
welcome. You're more than welcome. Join every time you can.
Yeah, definitely will, man. This is a good safe space here. I like everybody's thoughts and mindsets. So I
Thank
appreciate y'all
you.
for having me on, man. And it was nice meeting everybody on here. Divine Creations, Golden Eagle, Moon Tortoise. And I really appreciate y'all, man. So y'all keep
Yeah.
doing y'all thing and being great, spreading love.
We
All
appreciate
love,
it.
all love. Oh, and I got one more because I know I'm not gonna remember it Tuesday.
Okay, do it.
Pull yourself up by your bootstrap. But
Ooh.
listen, because the original way was pull yourself up by your bootstrap, and you can't do it by yourself, so it takes two.
Mm.
Can't nobody pick themselves up by their bootstraps. That mean you gotta ask for help. Open your
Mm.
mouth, communicate. Stop trying to do it by yourself. They build a lot of these sayings to make it seem like you got to do all this stuff by yourself or whatever, and the true sayings are nothing, or the original sayings are nothing like they are now. Pull yourself up by your bootstrap always meant to get help. Don't be scared to get help.
Yeah.
I am grateful I don't have to do this alone. I am blessed the universe has gave me all of you. Yeah.
We all welcome and we all thank you as well.
Yeah.
We appreciate everyone for tuning in and spending time with us and healing with us. And may your night be full of positive energy, filled with high vibrations, peace, and love. Ashe, everyone.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. See you on the next one.
Yes. Moon Tori, say it.
What's that?
Peace, peace.
Oh, peace. Yeah, it's been a while.
Golden Eagle. Peace, peace. Those that didn't hear it, he's a peace, peace.
I did, exactly.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. When them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard.